Welcome to Alien Invasion Gaming. My name is Roy, and in this video we take a look at some tips for early gameplay of Wasteland 3. Let's take a look. Before we take a look at the tips for Wasteland 3, I did want to let you know that I stream on Twitch Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, 7:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. Central. If you have any questions on this video, or Wasteland 3, or any of the other games that I play, feel free to stop on by. Links to my Discord, Twitter, and Twitch account are all available in the description below. Okay, let's get started. One of the first tips that I want to share with you for Wasteland 3 relates to the keyboard shortcuts. Now, the tutorial covers some of them, such as spacebar can be used to select everybody in your party. And I think it also talks about how you can use tab to select sort of who the active person in the party is. But you can also use the number keys for your action bar. So, using keys 1 through 6, you can see here that attack is in the first box on the left. If you click 1, then you can do an attack. If you click the number again, you will cancel that activity. So if we come up here and we stay out of his detection range, which is this ring, then you can quickly take an action without having to bring your mouse down, select it, etc. That's my first tip. So shortly after the initial combat of the new game, you're going to run into this situation where there's a Dorsey stalker holding captive a private Jody Bell. And you'll notice that there's some dialogue options for the stalker. You can talk to her and convince her to leave, which will result in Jody Bell being left alive, but she will warn the next pack of enemies. You can, via the dialogue option, attack, and you will actually kill her or initiate combat, but before that happens, she will kill Jody Bell. There's a third option, which is just kill her. You don't have to have dialogue with every NPC, particularly enemy NPCs. If there's a not a guaranteed sort of start scene, then you can get close enough to actually shoot and kill her. Now I'm going to use my sniper. Now, I'm using the sniper because I want enough distance that I don't trigger the dialogue. If you get close enough to the stalker, you will trigger the dialogue. So you want a little bit of distance here from her. Also, keep in mind that if you're on Ranger difficulty or Supreme Jerk difficulty, friendly fire is on. While I was making this video, I accidentally missed from the path on the left, and I killed Jody Bell trying to make this video. So, if you're using either of those two difficulties, I would suggest taking a shot from the side, the right side. It gives you a better likelihood of not actually killing the person that you're trying to save. So here, if I take a shot, there we go. All right. Now, Jody Bell's going to give you a bunch of dialogue options. You may be tempted just to say, well, let's get going, but don't. You want to ask about other survivors from your squad. And I'm going to click through. You can listen to it, but basically, you're gonna hear about a Major Tom, which is actually a cat. And she's going to give you a pack of cigarettes that'll allow you to claim the cat as a companion, one of your pet companions, later on in this level without having to have animal charming as a skill. So make sure you take that option. And then also, before you leave, make sure you pick up the loot from the Dorsey. It has a key to a grenade box later on in this level that will give you a couple of grenades, which will come in handy for sort of the final fight on this level. By the way, Private Jody Bell will become available to you as a companion later in, probably 4 or 5 tasks down, quest down the path. So make sure you try to save her if you're one of those people that wants to be able to recruit all companions. All right, that's it for this task. By the way, before you leave, make sure you loot all of the boxes around here. There's ammo and there's containers. Basically, just loot everything. Okay, next tip. My next tip is a series of tips, actually. First off, let's talk about skill point hoarding. So, right now I'm in the Sands Lux apartment complex. I'm working on Don't You Be My Neighbor. And this is where I have to enter Irv's apartment and find out what he's hiding. If I go down to the apartment, which is down this hall, you'll notice that it requires lockpicking 5, which I don't actually have in my party. And so this would seem like, you know, a barrier. So I could either, you know, come back later when I've got lockpicking 5, but I might outclass this this quest from a level perspective. This quest is a level 4 quest, and so it might take me a lot of questing in other areas or fighting in order to get more skill points so that I could boost that up. And so for that reason, I actually recommend not spending all of your skill points as you acquire them. So if we take a look here and I bring up my Dead-Eyed Deidre, you'll notice that I left her with 5 skill points. Not because I knew that I needed skill points later, but because I didn't know what I was going to need. I might need points in nerd stuff. I might need points in lockpicking. I might need points in hard ass. Again, I'm trying to allow myself to explore all of the various dialogue options or mechanisms in the game in order to have a, you know, interesting playthrough experience. And so for that reason, I save points. So I could actually dump 4 points here into lockpicking and get the lockpicking that I need. But the other thing that's really nice about Wasteland 3 is they give you options so that you're not hard-pressed to have a specific configuration. So, for example, this door says that it needs lockpicking level 5. But if you have a melee character and you attack the door, I think it takes like 8 different attempts to actually get the door open. But if you do it often enough, you can see that the health bar briefly popped up there. The doors will eventually get broken down. I think one more. There we go. Okay, so now, so if we bring my main character in here, you can see that I've got now another skill check that I need. And if I don't disarm that alarm, then these clones are going to aggro. And these clones are a tough fight for the early level game. They throw grenades that shrink you, put a debuff on you. They fire energy weapons. It is very difficult. So, I am going to use some of the extra points that I saved. I'm going to bring sneaky shit up to 4. Close and confirm. And I am going to disarm it. Excellent. All right, so now the next part of this tip deals specifically with this fight. You could do a straight up fight, but there are some challenges. First off, there's a light machine turret, and he is no joke. He is tough. And like I said, these guys are also very tough. So you will see in the very back corner that there is both a clone machine and a generator that you can disable. So we're going to start by disabling the generator. I believe that is closing time? Actually, I don't remember. Let me look. Who's my mechanic? Nope. Yeah, here we go. So it's Pyro, my flamethrower person. So, I'm going to bring her over here. Now again, make sure you don't have all parties selected, because otherwise you're going to bring the whole party over and it's not going to work out very well. I'm going to bring her up here. I'm going to take her through. You can do it without getting detected. She walks fast enough. So first off, going to disable. There we go. Now, if I look at the cloning machine... Here. If I look at the cloning machine, there is a weird science dialogue option. So, this character doesn't have weird science. I believe closing time does. No. Oh, no, it is Pyro, but she doesn't have enough points. So again, using up my spare points. Confirm that. Let's use the machine. We're going to study the output. Now I need Nerd Stuff 4 to shut down. And that causes them to die. And so you get the experience of killing them, but you get the ability to do it without a protracted fight. And so, again, gives you some options. So make sure before you leave here that you do a couple of things. One is obviously loot everything. Here again, you can see there's a pick lock. You need level 6. And there's obviously the loot to pick up. But if you hit shift, you'll notice there's a whole bunch of containers, ammo boxes, medical crates. Like, there's lots of really good stuff here. Now, the quest requires you to get some information out of this computer. You'll notice there are 2 pads here on the computer, connected to the computer, both yellow. So what you need to do is you need to put 2 characters, one on each one. I'll just pick this. When you do, they turn blue. And now I'll just pick you and bring you over here. Oh, no, fine. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Step away. Well, here, let's stick you here. And then I'll have you talk. There we go. Begin the experiment. We get a whole bunch of data. And you'll get a quest update saying that you need to go find Irv and confront him. The rest of the task plays out fairly simple. You can just need to follow the directions. So that's it for this tip. Thank you for watching the video. Before you go, please, if you liked the video, drop a like. Also, any comments you might have on this video are appreciated. If you'd like to get notified when I put up more videos, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notifications. Talk to you next time.